Rayano Sanchez, Brenda Hoffman, Mark Underwood, Michael Bailey, Audrey Haynes, April Ruman, Lisa Ernest, Armando Madrigan, J.A. Perez, Connie Richmond, Randy Shell, Roxanne Lenan, Judy Estrada, Dina Saldana, Philip Oteo, Chuck Garabedium. Have I missed anybody? Welcome. Do we have an audience of patrons?
No, sir.
No patrons. We'll then begin our meeting with reports. First report is the aviation maintenance report.
Mr. Carlos Lopez will start us off here.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, member of the board. I put my glasses on because I'm getting a little older now, so apologize. We'll be presenting our aviation program this evening, which consists of our aircraft general maintenance and our airframe mechanics. Here's the purpose for each program. Currently, right now, the aircraft general maintenance program is a level 1 certificate. And you can read right there exactly what the purpose of that particular program is. It's an introductory portion of the aviation program that leads to the airframe mechanics, which currently is a level 2 certificate. One of the things that we're implementing moving forward is changing the level 2 certification to a level 1 certification to make it easier in regards to TSI requirements that students will be able to enroll, increase the enrollment for that particular program. So. Here's the members of our team, myself, Division Chair for Applied Sciences, our program coordinator, Mr. Donald McBlain out of Del Rio, Texas, Mr. Alejandro Salinas, who is our instructor here in our Uvalde campus, and Mr. Abraham Herrera. He teaches our program there at Del Rio High School. Like I said before, currently right now, our general maintenance program is a level 1 certificate, and our airframe mechanics is a level 2, which will change to a level 1 certificate advanced. What you see right there is some pictures, and we'll discuss it here in a little bit, of our new facility in Del Rio, which we're like really extremely excited about because it's amazing. We had a lot of help, a lot of coordination in doing that. So we're really excited for the future of the program there. So, and then our air agency certificate, which is required by the FAA, which is located at our Del Rio campus there at the new facility. Current degree plan right now. So this is our current degree plan that we have for the program. You see the general maintenance one, which leads to the airframe. This has been the traditional path that we had followed, right? Mr. McBlain would teach it there that would lead to the airframe portion there in Del Rio at the Del Rio campus, and Mr. Salinas would teach the maintenance one here at the Uvalde campus, right? So moving forward, we're doing some changes. Over the last, I'm not going to say a few months, probably about 8 or 9 months, we've put in a lot of hard work into shifting the program with the intent of implementing our power plant program on there. So now what we're going to see is a transition from the general maintenance to the airframe to the power plant, which is going to solidify, it's going to bring all basically the FAA requirements for aviation all onto our campus right there. So
I have a question. So
Yes,
then the students will still get one certificate or both of them at the same time?
no, they'll still have their airframe certificate, and then they'll have their power plant. So part of the change will be implementing the maintenance into the airframe on there. So, and here's where that change is occurring here on your plans. So our intent is everyone comes in, does the general maintenance during the spring, right? Which leads to doing airframe summer 1, summer 2, and in the fall. And then bringing in the power plant into the spring semester and wrapping up summer 1, summer 2. So it turns into basically about a little bit over almost a year and a half into the program, obtaining all the certifications associated. FAA looks at the airframe and their power plant as their main focuses for certification purposes on there. Here is the layout for our airframe and how it transitions into power plant. which Don, on our power plant, can you specify a little bit more of the specifics that they will be learning on the power plant side of the house once we implement that?
So everything, including every certificate in the FAA that issues from the FAA has what they call ATS. And those are just areas of what they want you to know and to be able to do. It's the same with pilots and mechanics. So in the power plant, they've published all the things that we need to teach our students to be able to pass that power plant examination and written test.
Okay.
Our ultimate goal is to get these students certified by the FAA.
This next slide that we have here is, sorry about that. Go back real quick. A slide from our Bureau of Labor and Statistics, what the median salaries are for some of the occupations within the aviation field right here. So as you can see, it's a good living. If you know some of these mechanics that are in the industry, they make a very good living on there, especially what Del Rio does on their side of the house at Laughlin Air Force Base. It's a good career moving into the civil service sector on there too. So it's the opportunities are abound with them. It's just, we're trying to create a program that's going to encourage student success and push even more students into the area. Our program advisory board was extremely helpful in regards to recommending to the FAA our push for the power plant. So base commander there at Laughlin Air Force Base, who we have a great relationship with too, highly recommended it and showed the need specifically of why we need power plant in regards to meeting the needs of the local community there, along with some of the aviation people here in the Uvalde. All wrote recommendation letters to the FAA for us. So right now, here's the dashboard for current enrollment. Again, this dashboard will capture, even though it has a downward trend on there, again, it'll capture the springs like we've previously discussed in some of the other programs. Once the spring data reports, it'll uptick again on there. It's just the way it reports. So our graduation rates of the program right now. And again, this once spring numbers update too, we'll have full data for our 25-26 area right there. Some of the major milestones that this program went through, a lot of work, right? A lot of moving parts that were associated with this transition. But in October, our lease ended at the old hangar there at the Del Rio Airport, right? So we had the opportunity, the institution provided us the ability to have a lease on the new installation, which was tremendous day and night on there. I know the previous hangar was a little hot during the summertime. This one's fully insulated. You know, it stays cool on there. And just the level of quality of the new facility is amazing. So we thank you very much on approving that for us, because it's day and night on that. And I know our students are excited, and we're really excited on how we bring power plant and increase the enrollment of the students. Again, we talked about the revision for our power overall program as we implement from maintenance to airframe to power plant. Our FAA inspection was about 3 weeks ago, right, April, more or less, which was difficult because trying to get a hold of these FAA inspectors is an act of Congress. They are so busy in regards to crash investigations, to government shutdown, so forth and so on. So we were really fortunate in being able to finalize. And then we had a winter storm too, which which threw that off a little bit. But Mr. Edward Fitzgerald came out and inspected. He was very thorough. He was very impressed with the facility on there. He approved the facility. We have some minor updates to the ops plan, which we've been working in tangent with them and made his recommendations of what he wants. We've turned that in, though they were very minor in regards to some current coding issues that change constantly with the FAA. So there was no large detail. We expect that to be approved shortly on there too. So again, we're very excited that we were able to finalize. We put a lot of work into that. One of the things that we're trying to push now is we had a discussion with them in regards to one of the main components that we're trying to do is capture our Del Rio students, right? One of the big things that we have in Del Rio is they have a homegrown program, right? So Laughlin Air Force Base, as soon as they take the aviation program there at the high school, and the high school has a good working relationship with Laughlin Air Force Base, a lot of those students have guaranteed jobs, or they go to Laughlin right away. So it's a good issue to have, right? But now as we transition and we get Mr. Abraham approved to the FAA, which again, due to the timeframes of FAA being available to look at it, we fully anticipate to work with him, and we discussed it to get him finally approved, which he has 30 plus years of experience within the aviation field, so it won't be no issue. And then transition those students into our airframe program, which will capture an additional 24 to 30 average students per it. So that's where we're expecting the growth to occur on that. So that's our next portion. That's our next focus, along with bringing airframe and power plant here to Uvalde, which were all moves that we're making right now in regards to it. It requires a lot of work, but you know, the staff has been excellent. Mr. Salinas, Al Salinas helped tremendously on the move to the new hangar. We couldn't have done it without them. So here's some of the pictures of the facility. Up to the top left right there is the new building, which is, if you're familiar with Del Rio, I can't remember the name of the road, Don. Weather Station Road, right? Weather Station Road. If you make the curve right around from the high school and you're coming in right before you hit the stockyards of the rodeo, take a right and you'll hit it right there. Again, I think it's about 10,000 square feet on the inside, somewhere in there. It's huge. It's roomy. I encourage you to visit it if you have a chance out there. You'll be very impressed. Workstations, airdrops. I mean, it's very modern in regards to what we have in there. So I know everybody's really excited. You excited, Don?
Yes.
There you go. So, and then the other picture is obviously our location here in Uvalde, along with Mr. Salinas. Our goal is to bring airframe into power plant into our campus here, which again, we're all firing on all cylinders. We meet constantly to discuss this and implement these changes. Here's a timeline, more or less post-COVID of the program. There's Mr. Don, one of your students, right, Don?
Yep.
Taxiing one of the airplanes there. So there we go. And again, I want to thank you I really want to thank you for what you approved and the support you've given the program, because it's tangible. You can see it. It's there. You can touch and feel it, right? It's one of those things. And again, I encourage you to please visit the facility so you can see what's going on there. You'll be impressed with the happenings there. So any questions right now, or?
How many students do you have in Del Rio?
Right now, there's 4 there, but there's a total of 24 within our high school program that we have there. And here we have 4. So last year it fluctuated a little bit. Last year was 6 here, 10 over there. So it fluctuates a little bit. But again, one of the reasons why we're making the shifts that we're doing is to capture those additional students by providing them the airframe certificate right after high school. It'll feed those students right into that program rather than just feeding them straight to Laughlin, right? They'll get their certs from the FAA. So.
And we have the capacity to increase enrollment because we have more
Yes.
space now
Yes, sir.
than what we did in the
Yes, sir.
old hangar.
Yes, sir.
We were limited
Mhm.
by the amount of space in the old hangar of the number of students we could have.
Yes, sir. So
FAA based on.
correct. Okie dokie. All right.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda, we have student and community outreach.
Mr. Wade will start us off here.
Thank you, Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, board. We appreciate you allowing us to be here tonight and discuss about what we have going on in student and community outreach, and which also includes marketing. And whenever you think of marketing, the first thing you do when you call the college is thank you for calling Southwest Texas College. The next thing you hear is, if this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. Well, in our department, we often feel like 911 because usually what happens is we're the last thing that something comes up the morning of. Oh, we need this, we need that, we need a microphone, whatever. That's usually what happens. Hadn't happened since this morning, I don't think. We have a great team, and we have a valuable, multitasking, loyal individuals that work for us, and all part of our group, and I'll introduce them as we come up here. Going too fast here. Back up. There we go. Start with our VP is Derek Sandoval. Philip Bolteo is our Director of Housing, and he's a lot more than just housing. He'll help us up with marketing, campus tours, everything, and been here a big help to our campus. Myself, Julio Gonzalez, who you'll be hearing from in a moment, is our recruitment and engagement specialist in Del Rio. Philip Hadley is our marketing, recruitment, and engagement specialist. Brittany Martinez is now a success coach in Del Rio, and she has been a super help in the marketing, and she has changed positions. We have someone coming up to replace her, but she's being a hard one to replace, and she's not going anywhere, but we'll certainly utilize her as much as we can over in the Del Rio campus. Someone I couldn't do without is Ismael Martinez here on our campus. Gizmo, we know him as Gizmo around here. We've worked together. He and I have worked together for 30 years, 20 years here on the Uvalde campus, 10 years prior working in radio. So we worked in the same office together for 30 years. And so couldn't do it without him. I know it says social media and public relations specialist, but you ask him to jump up, put a camera down, go do it, take a picture, set up a sound system. He's back there right now running, making sure our video streaming is going. Invaluable to our department. Daniel Martinez, our student and community outreach assistant, he's also back there making sure these slides run and make sure they get on the screen. So in our departments, like I said, we have Mr. Bolteo here has been here. We had this discussion. How many years have you been here? 13 years. A lot of people, as you know, they come here and they don't want to leave. And we've built a culture here. I've been here 20 years, and we stay busy constantly. Our department, just in marketing alone, what we handle, social media and posting ads on Facebook, all the social media, newspaper ads, press releases, photography, video production, sound system setup, video streaming, graphic design and special projects, preparing slides for the board meeting, as I mentioned, the rebranding project, all the new signage for all the campuses, recruitment materials, the table covers, the vehicle that you saw as you walked in outside, all of the flags that you see, parade floats, all that comes out of our department as well. The community events that we put on, creative arts contest, Christmas at the college, grilling with the president here on the Uvalde campus, Palomino Fest, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off, all planned and run, as well as sponsorship gathering through our department. We manage the student lounge and all the student activities here on the Uvalde campus. Also provide assistance for the college rodeo, designing signage and photography, and student athletes as well. And recruitment and outreach also originates from our offices. So we have a big responsibility for Southwest Texas College. It's busy. We never stop. It is constantly going, but we couldn't do it without the great staff that we have, including an invaluable person to, I know Miss Connie Buchanan and Del Rio, but Julio Gonzalez does a terrific job in Del Rio, and all the student events over there. He's a multitasker as well. He's going to talk about the student events that we have on all three campuses.
Thank you. Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, members of the board. My name is Julio Gonzalez. I am the recruitment and engagement specialist in Del Rio. You may think that our job is the fun job because we get to do all the fun events. But behind every event is a lot of planning, coordination, partnerships, logistics, and strategy. Our student engagement efforts are designed to support retention, build community, and enhance the student experience across all three campuses. Some of our key initiatives include Cowboy Roundups, Welcome Back events, Wellness Wednesdays, graduation celebrations, resource fairs, transfer fairs. I can go on and on. These events not only engage our students, but also attract future prospects, students who will soon be graduating from high school, or those students who want to come back and explore the college options we offer. Through strong partnerships with local organizations and community agencies, We connect students to meaningful resources, career opportunities, and essential support services that extend beyond the classroom. At the end of the day, it's about creating an environment where students feel connected, supported, and excited to be part of Southwest Texas College. And that directly impacts retention and long-term growth. I'll pass the phone to my colleague, Philip Botello. Here we can see the different, there we go. It's our Del Rio campus. We've had several welcome backs, transfer fairs, resource fairs, meetings with the president, graduation celebrations. There on the welcome backs, we gave donuts and directions in the bottom right, left, bottom left. And on the top, you're able to see meetings with the president where students are invited to our campus there and talk to the president, ask any questions they may have in regards to the college future. There we have our Eagle Pass campus, where we have also on the bottom middle, we have our Christmas at the college there. We celebrate Christmas at the college throughout all three campuses, graduation celebrations as well. And in the Uvalde campus, we have the turkey trot. We have grilling with the president and also other similar activities as well as all three campuses. Now I'll give the microphone to my colleague, Philip Botello.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Philip Botello. I am the Director of Residence Life, our dorms. Our residence life and dormitories consist of 2 dorms, but before I get further, I'd like to introduce Ms. Sylvia Fernandez, who is our supervisor for Garner Hall, and she's here today along with 2 of our Garner RAs. If y'all want to stand up or wave. So they are a big help, and they take care of Garner Hall. Ultimately, our mission is to cultivate and secure an engaging environment for all of our students. As I said before, we do have 2 halls, Garner Hall, which is an all-female dorm, and then Hubbard Hall, which is our co-ed dorm. Currently, they can house to 64 female students in Garner Hall and 100 students over at Hubbard Hall. Basically, here at Southwest Texas College, our goal is to create a true home away from home for our students. Throughout the semester, we host a variety of residence life events, including game nights, movie nights, and other dorm activities. Most recently, the ladies over at Garner Hall celebrated Valentine's Day. They had a big event, and I think it was a huge success. And then also recently at Hubbard Hall, for all dorm students, we had a Super Bowl party. So that was a lot of fun. However, probably our most highly attended events are the ones that involve food. As you can see there, I'm talking, and those gentlemen there are waiting to be fed. So anytime there's food, our students are there. But student voice is extremely important to us. Each semester, at the end of each semester, we do a move out survey, and that's to ask our students, how was your student life experience? And so, they can share housing experience, concerns, questions, and suggest improvements. And this past year, when we did that survey, students expressed they wanted a upgraded kitchen. And if you can see those 2 photos there, those are the new kitchens at Garner and Hubbard Hall. So we do take that into consideration, and that was a big help. A lot of people were involved in that, many departments, grants, and maintenance, of course. But really, when we look at that, we really do take in our students' voice. And I think I'm hearing whispers that they want upgraded lobby this time or new furniture, as long as they don't want hot tubs and room service, I think we'll be okay. But we do listen to our students' voice, so I'm happy to say that. Next, I'll move on to our recruitment. So our recruitment efforts extend throughout our local service communities. We participate in high school fairs, senior days, community events, festivals. But one of our strongest recruitment messages is the value we provide. High quality education paired with low cost, affordable tuition. And this is something we share with our families when we meet with them. cost is often a primary concern. How much is this going to cost me, right? Parents will ask that. So we provide clear comparisons showing our tuition and with other surrounding institutions. One thing that we focused on this year, again, is our service area. As you can see in the slide, our service area, we recruit heavily. This year we wanted to expand. And so that red area is somewhere where we've expanded Southwest area and then closely into our Mexican border with Julio and Brittany providing that recruitment service. So that's something we want to continue to do, is to reach and connect with more prospective students, of course, heavily in our current service areas, but really reach those other students and pique their interests in our college. Another important key is our fitness center. And our fitness center is ran by Ms. Landra Fowler, who's the department coordinator, along with Esteban Guareca, who's our intramural sports and wellness specialist. The center is open to students, faculty, and staff and hosts weekly intramural activities, and it also serves as a community resource through partnerships and training opportunities with a lot of agencies, military groups, local youth sports. One of their plans is their initiative strategic plan is a student connection through wellness and recreation by promoting engagement opportunities for students and stakeholders, along with connection to Southwest Texas College. As you can see, we have several community partners, community connections, Borstar, Border Patrol, our local Tree City Youth Sports. They use our facilities. We allow them to practice there. We allow them to train there. They also purchase memberships there so that they can come in and work out. So to speak. Here are a couple slides of our fitness center. Again, we do local tours. So the fitness center is a big key. When they see our facility, they see our downstairs weight room. They see our upstairs weight room, which serves more as a cardio area. But we also, like I said, host several events. Our gymnasium is a big factor, especially when we're hosting student activities. If there's a weather issue, we go to the gym. In the summer, we host Kids College. That's correct, Kids College. And that's a big partnership. Anytime we have a large group tour, we send them to the gym and we have activities for them as well. Again, we can see our students in their natural habitat right there in the swim center. So we do host a lot of pool parties. So it is a big partnership with all of our facilities and resources. If there's a student event, we like to collaborate and see how we can engage our students and really help them utilize our resources. A lot of times students don't realize we have a swimming pool until it starts warming up and they're like, oh, we have a swimming pool, let's go. And once they find out, we can't get them out of the water. So I want to say thank you to all of to everyone here, and also our dedicated team who ensures that students, when they arrive on campus, they experience a strong student life experience with resources, support, and connections. Ultimately, our focus is simple: to recruit students, support them, and then retain them. Thank you very much. And I'll pass it on if you have any questions, or over to Mr. Carpenter.
Thank you for those reports. We appreciate every bit of the information.
Thank you. We have tokens of our appreciation for y'all. With marketing in mind when we come here, so.
Thank you. Oh,
It's gonna
so
be
pretty.
hot.
Wow.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
I like the hat better.
Got the logo on it. Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a nice cap.
Thank you, Felipe.
Pretty good.
Getting all kinds of gifts.
Pretty good.
Next on our list of items, we have a construction update.
Nice.
Yes, Mr. Al Salinas will give us a construction update.
Alrighty, good evening. My name is Al Salinas. I didn't bring no gifts. So, anyway, we'll go. This is our construction report for our month of February. We'll start at our HVAC at our Chinham campus. I'm gonna in your slides, there's some verbiage, and I'm gonna go through them, but it'll show where we're at. One, the exterior tin all the way around the building, including downspouts, all along the corners of the building. That's all been already in place. If you'll see there, that is our frontage. And then there's also a window, and that is facing the building A, or the parking lot. You'll see that the metal studs and framing of the classrooms, along with offices and bathrooms, all that has already started. There's another slide there that'll show all our data drops, along with electrical. All the conduit has been run. Some of the wire has already been run to these junction boxes. They're waiting as of yesterday afternoon. They're waiting on the inspection, and once that is done, they will continue with the sheetrock on the interior walls. Once the plumbing is inspected, they'll be able to close that in. On the inside, you'll see that they added some tin walls on the inside with insulation in between the exterior wall and the interior tin. That is one of the doors that will be heading to there's a man door on each side of the labs. If this will work. Okay. And this is our Del Rio expansion there. It's a little bit behind schedule. Talked to the general contractor. They have stated to me as of Monday morning that the building should be arriving early part of March. They have created a laydown yard to be able to deliver the building with the 3 trucks that are coming with the metal and tin. We're having a problem having to secure off of Letty Street, so we're going to have to get creative because our campus police is not there, or we're not able. So I asked them that if they had any type of portable fencing to kind of secure our equipment as it's laid down there. I will be back out there on Monday and have a report on the actual delivery timeline, but they've given me a March 4th delivery. So there you'll see our slab, and as you can tell, they are behind schedule. That is our sports court, and if you're not familiar what the sports court is similar to what we have here on the turn right in front of the dorms. We have ordered the one for Eagle Pass. The one for Eagle Pass is waiting delivery to Eagle Pass from our warehouse. So Ms. Brenda, you'll get it shortly. And then the one for Del Rio will go on this concrete slab there. And that is behind building H. So it's adjacent to the new building. We're adding a sidewalk that'll connect from the parking lot to the back, and we'll make some type of canopy shade, as we have a lonely tree, if you'll see on the far right, and that picnic table, but that'll get crowded. So we're going to get creative and add some type of refuge for the people. AEP has already run their new service. The good thing about getting a new service there is that we will have a dedicated transformer for our welding and carpentry science class. And if we had to, we could take from that transformer. And if we had to expand, we could take from the new transformer, or this new service is being provided by AEP to expand in any direction to the back if need be. without taking from the existing transformers that we have on our campus right now. Any questions, comments?
Thank you for the update.
Sure. Thank you all for having me.
Next on our list, we have a president's report.
Yes, sir. Mine will be brief. Just kind of going over some of the stuff that we're asking for board approval. The first one is to review our investment policy. The board has to review it each year. We're not recommending any changes to it. So once we get it to the agenda, we just ask that the board acknowledge that it's been reviewed. The other item is last month we had the TASB policy updates, one of which was updating our legal policy, CBD legal, that the state bumped up the threshold for capitalization from 5,000 to 10,000. And what that means is anything that we buy over 5,000 currently, we don't expense, but we depreciate based on the state schedule, if it's equipment, vehicles, et cetera. And the state allowed us to move that up to 10,000. So now, if the board approves it, if we buy a piece of equipment and it costs $7,500, it'll be expensed out. And if it costs $15,000, then what you'll see on the budget is we expense it out, but at the end of the year prior to the audit, we reverse it back out of the expenditures and capitalize it or depreciate it. So it'll be, generally they're straight line, 7 years equipment. So we take a seventh of the cost and expense it out each year. The only place you see that is on the audit, because we run our financial statements as if we report the full cost in the year that we buy it. So that's that capitalization threshold, and that's CBD local. The other item is we have a quote from a buy board contractor to address the Garner Hall ventilation. We've continued to have issues with the moisture level in the air conditioning system there. And there's a action item there to address that. That's one of the items that we identified for the revenue bond projects. And then we're pleased to bring to you for approval the Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences in Business Administration. And that's our first bachelor's degree in business. So Dr. Underwood will kind of walk us through that. And then you've heard the construction update. I've been meeting with area superintendents. I've been working with other presidents on preparing for the next legislative session, especially in the realms of they really want to limit the revenue. So the governor has placed a 2-year hold on tuition and fee increases. So they've tied our hands there. And now they essentially want to remove any and all flexibility when setting our tax rates. So tying it to population growth, which in our area is non-existent. So it would cap it. Some proposals are asking for a 2/3 voter vote for any changes in the property tax rate, which is impossible. It's hard to get a majority, much less 2/3. But anyway, there's 5 of us presidents that are working together to gather data and make the arguments that we are being responsible with setting tax rates. We're not being excessive. Right now, we have authorizations to do 8% increase each year without having to go to the voters. And it's rare that any college goes up, more than 3%, more than 4%. So we're not even going to the limit. And we're just trying to demonstrate and show data that we are being responsible stewards of the taxpayers' money. And so anyway, that's what this committee is working on. As far as the legislative agenda there. And you see, a lot of dates there. We do have Grilling with the President on March the 5th. We do have the President's Gala on April the 11th. April 16th is, that might seem new, NC3 National Signing Day. That's a signing day for our tech students, signing that they're going to come and be part of our technical program. So we started that last year. So this is our second year hosting a signing event, much like what you see in the sports world where they, set up a table and they come and sign. We're replicating the same thing, and it happens on all 3 campuses. And then, of course, commencement is on May the 8th and 9th, and you see the times there, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. And that's really all I have at this moment, if you'll have any questions.
Thank you. Sounds like you've been busy.
We're always busy.
Next on our agenda is to consider an act on a consent agenda. We have a consent agenda for the minutes of the January 15th meeting and a financial statement from the January 31st, 2026. Do I hear a motion?
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, 6A and 6B.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second.
Motion been made and seconded
Okay.
to act on the investment policy, correction on the minutes and the financial statement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Consider an act on the investment policy.
Yes, sir. This is item number 7 in your board packet. You have our current investment policy there that was issued December 9th, 2024, readopted on January 16th, 2025. Again, there's no changes other than we ask that the board acknowledge that it's been reviewed, and we will, that adopted date or will change to a review date of February 19th, 2026.
Any questions about the policy? Do I hear a motion that
Move
we
we
accept
review it and approve.
revised policy? Need a second?
Guess I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the annual revision of the appropriate regulation investment. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Consider act on college policy, CBD local capitalization threshold for assets.
Yes, sir. This is item number 8 in your board packet. And again, you'll see the memo there requesting the move from 5,000 to 10,000. And then on the second page, you see the actual CBD local where it states that it's 5,000. And the last page is showing the revision to 10,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the change.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the contract for the capitalization threshold for assets to be moved from $5,000 to $10,000. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Consider and approving contract for Garner Hall ventilation.
Yes, sir. This is item number 9 in your board packet, and it's this is a by board contract through Train to make the necessary installation to remove the excessive moisture in Garner Hall, and that cost is $191,412 to be funded out of the revenue bond proceeds.
Any discussion about the need for the
Somebody move.
HVAC community improvements at Garner Hall? Do I hear a motion?
I'll go ahead and move. We approve it.
Been made. Do I need a second?
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the bond projected funding for the humidity and HVAC improvements at Garner Hall. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. Next, on the agenda is to consider an act on a Bachelor of Approved Arts and Sciences
Yes.
Business Administration School.
Yes, Dr. Underwood will been working on getting us to this point, and he'll be here to present it and answer any questions.
Good evening, Dr. Watkins, board members, Dr. Gonzalez, and the assembly. Thanks for being here this evening. It's a real privilege to get to stand before you for item number 10 in your packet. And that's a memo from me on behalf of the faculty and administration of Southwest Texas College to ask and recommend for your approval for a curriculum that describes our first bachelor's degree at Southwest Texas College. I wish, upon assuming you approve, hope you do, it'd be nice if we could just say we're going to now go do it. But this ask of approval is one of several. Next would be to go to the coordinating board, and then we also have to go to SAC-COC because we are asking SAC-COC for a level change from what's called a level 1 to a level 2 school for the authorization to offer a bachelor's program. So this stage is one of several very important stages. So before you in the memo is the description of how a student could conceivably attain the 120 hours, semester credit hours for and we're going to have to abbreviate it, Bachelor of Applied Science, Arts and Sciences in Organization Management and Literacy. We'll abbreviate it to the BAAS-ONL, I think, like several schools do. So you can see there that any bachelor's degree in Texas requires the 42-hour general education core. That's represented there. And because this is an applied sciences proposal, then we would be allowed to apply up to 45 hours of technical electives that a student either could bring from another institution or could get with us. And so the real new thing for this program, of course, is the upper level, the upper division courses, which is 33 hours. And those are presented there to you in the bottom of the first page and top of the second. So be happy to answer questions or refer them to somebody else here.
This is for the fall, this is for the fall of 2026?
Well, thank you for asking that. Our goal, and quite candidly, it's an ambitious goal, is to, yes, try to offer this program beginning in fall 26. That's contingent on getting back an approval from the coordinating board in time to submit the coordinating board approval with everything else to SAC-COC by March the 15th. Now we can get a little more time on the SAC-COC deadline. I'm told by our SAC-COC vice president that will require a letter from Dr. Gonzalez, which I'm already working on to ask for that. So that's our intent. I don't think there's any doubt we can certainly offer it in the spring of 27 if we had to wait, but our goal is to offer fall 26 to start.
And what about staffing?
Yes. We have about, I think the number is 12. We have 12 faculty and staff also that have MBAs. And then we have 2 full-time faculty right now, Manuel Alejandro and Twyla Barnett, who are our full-time management staff. And they've been the major faculty consultants on the program, by the way. We would certainly have to hire a program coordinated program director. And we would, of course, offer that internally and externally as a job posting. And then if someone internally were to be appointed there, we'd have to replace that person. So there will be, at the very minimum, a program director coordinator we'll have to hire. And then the existing folks we have, as far as the credentialing goes, the master's level credentials, we have plenty of those folks to staff the faculty.
So this will be like extra for them, maybe?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Well, why are y'all choosing for the first bachelor's degree to be a bachelor's degree in applied arts and sciences in organizational management. I've never heard of it. Why that as opposed to just a BBA, bachelor's degree in business administration?
That was one of the first questions that, that was one of the first questions that our faculty asked, in fact. And the answer to that became tied to the existing programs at two-year schools in Texas. We looked at about 10 or 11 programs, Weatherford, Del Mar, South Texas College. And we talked to several folks at those colleges. We based this program on the one that's offered currently at Alvin College south of Houston. And what we discovered was they were responding to their community needs. And the more, I'll use the word general if that's not a too inaccurate a word, the more general application that we could offer through an organizational management and leadership, it covered more territory for an up-and-coming wannabe manager, for lack of a better phrase, than perhaps the narrowness of a BBA degree. So that we were encouraged by talking to those folks out there who had programs that had been approved and have been very successful in their areas. This will also give us the opportunity to create such a focus. We could do that within this program, have an additional, it probably had to be 9 or 12 hours of straight business, let's just say, and forgive my terminology, business people, if that's not quite right. But so a student could, in the future, hopefully, if they wanted a straight business route, we could offer that as a mini concentration. I think the directionality of that would be much more easy than the other way around. If they had a BBA and they wanted to branch out into several of these areas, that would be a harder build than this direction, if that makes sense.
So to add to that, going back to the authorization for community colleges to offer the baccalaureate degrees, there was considerable push way back when. There was 5 institutions that had a pilot to develop these back 20 years ago. And the compromise with the state, with the coordinating board, with the legislature, back then, every addition had to be approved by the legislature. And then that got changed to the coordinating board. But the ask was that we're asking for a bachelor's in applied sciences. And the niche there is students that are in technical programs don't have a path without losing credits to go to the BBA route or go through the traditional university route. So the BAS degree, as they're commonly referred to at community colleges, is a Bachelor of Applied Sciences. Now, we added the arts because we want to broaden it to include the arts in it. But really, our ability to offer that has to be centered on accepting and integrating those technical credits in there. So the Bachelor of Applied Science is the mechanism for us to get to the bachelor's degree. So that's a nuance that was kind of crafted into the authorization for us to do that. So that's where you see a lot of the bachelor's programs at community colleges. They all have a technical focus to it because they're tied to those technical programs. You see ours has that 45-hour block of technical. The beauty of this one is it will work for an incoming freshman that wants to do business. We will track them through a bachelor's of applied science and management, get management courses in their freshman, sophomore year, complete that, and then segue them into this org leadership and really, have a solid business degree. My doctorate is in org leadership, and it's my coursework was the best of both worlds. It was business and it was governmental, had HR, had policy development, so it really is broader than just a business management, so to speak. And you see the upper electives. Our vision is, once we get this approved, develop an additional sequence so they could focus on international trade, They could focus on logistics. They could focus on human resource, through those elective credit specializations. But we can do that once we get through the level change. We wanted to keep it as simple as possible to get through the initial approval from the co-board, initial approval for the level change from our accrediting body, and then we can, tweak it out, spice it up, juice it up.
What other degrees are going to fall into the same kind of category? Or
So this bachelor's degree, you can come into it from any degree that we offer, whether it's cosmetology, welding, aviation, management, business management, law enforcement, anything we offer can feed into this. It's not restrictive because those 45 elective hours can come in from wherever. Now, some of them may have to take additional core classes, but as far as their electives, there's not a restriction. If somebody in the community went through a program at one of the Alamo colleges, they can apply to this and we'll accept those 45 credits from another community college. So it really is a robust degree as far as bringing in and allowing flexibility for really any degree that we offer. It also, those technical electives can be education core. They could be academic classes. So for our Associate of Arts students, they can fit right into that as well. You lay that on top of Kate's Cowboy Promise, they can get a bachelor's degree with $6,000. Because the first 2 years are covered by Kate's Promise. And we, Lisa and I looked at the tuition for an in-district student for 2 years at the upper division. It's a little over $6,600. So I don't think anywhere in Texas you can get a bachelor's degree for under $10,000.
Dr. Gonzalez, is this degree offered like at UTSA and some of the other like A&M in San Antonio?
Texas A&M San Antonio has a BAS degree, and we have several of our staff members that went through, for example, our CIS program, our Computer Information System, and they finished our Associate of Applied Science CIS program, and then they transferred to Texas A&M for a BAS degree, a Bachelor of Applied Science in Business, and went that route. There's not a lot. Mostly you see them on community college level, but I know A&M San Antonio did create one as a pathway, before we have it, before the Alamo colleges had it. That was the vehicle, and they provided that outlet for those students. I don't know of any.
Sam Houston has a couple. I happen to have a son who went through one in ag mechanics. I think they have another one in another discipline there. There's a couple other in that state system that have the programs. Yes, sir. But as Dr. Gonzalez said, not many. Maybe I'm going to say half a dozen in the whole state, probably at the 4-year level.
okay,
Sounds like we're making a major step forward.
Yes, sir. Very, very much so. Very
Thank
much
you.
so. Yes.
Do we have students kind of already showing some interest in this program, or do we?
Yes, sir.
Is it too early to even start recruiting?
Oh, no. Just by word of mouth, we've already had just incidentally several folks express interest. If Joey Allman were here, he'd be pushing me out of the way, saying, y'all got to do this because I got 40 students that want to, and he's serious. He's got 20 to 30 students. He says they will sign up. I'll eat the right now. And that's quite serious. He wants it. He's been in my office 15 times, maybe April's too, saying, y'all got to get this done because I'm going to lose these students. So we have
Excellent.
that little pool, and then we have certainly, I'll
That's a
tell
real-
you right quick. So Alvin, I talked to the lady who directs the program at Alvin. They have 150. I think they've had it for a year and a half. They have 150 students. Now their demographics and all that's different. But she said they're going to change their entrance requirements from requiring an associate's degree to having 30 hours to come in. She said, Mark, I'll have 600 students if we just make that change. And so we're not going to, turn around and have 600 students, but as an illustration of the potential popularity of just the application of these different kinds of courses that y'all see in the program to different levels of management and leadership within small businesses, family businesses. We have students, I hear from the faculty in automotive, for example, that a student will say they won't even stay for the AAS. I'm going to go work. I can make really good money. And they discover, or they have been made to discover, that their managerial material, say at a business or at a manufacturing outfit, and they'll come back and ask us, where can I go to get this? So now we'll have a different answer than we've been giving, which is, well, you got to go somewhere else.
For the last year, anytime I'm out in the community, it doesn't matter where, that's the first question people ask me. Are you offering the bachelor's already? How soon? Everywhere. All across our service area, that's the first question that they ask. The community is hungry for it.
Sounds like a major star in your crown. Thank you.
Oh, it's our crown. Thank y'all for considering. Well, y'all been pushing us for a while to do it, and we thank y'all for that, for the vision of.
We thank you for
doing
getting it done, or almost
Not
getting
done
it
yet.
done.
We're going to get there, though. So, yeah. Thank you, though.
Are you ready for a motion, Dr. Watkins?
Sure.
You ready for a motion?
Yes. Oh, excuse me. I thought we already moved.
I can't make a
Go
motion,
ahead and
Dr.
make a
Watkins. I'm
motion.
sorry.
that we approve the
Need a motion to approve.
Bachelor of Applied Science and Arts and Science.
Second.
Thank you. Motion made and seconded. And enthusiastically, should we all vote to accept the recommendation? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very enthusiastically, aye. Next, we consider an act on a March 26th.
The beginning,
board meeting
right?
date.
It's a step, yeah.
So this is item number 11 in your board packet. So spring break falls on the week that we would be preparing the board packets. And since we have to post the notice 3 days before, we're asking if the board would allow us to move the board meeting to the 26th. That way we can send out the board packets the week before.
I move we move the board meeting to the 26th of March.
Motion been moved. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Motion moved and seconded to move the March board meeting date to March
26.
26.
Or, yeah, 26.
March 26, 26. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next on our agenda is consider personnel matters. The board will convene in closed session in accordance with the Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 554 to consider employment of vice presidents, chief of staff, employment related matters. Excuse us. Vice President and Chief of Staff.
Yes, sir. It's my recommendation that we extend the contracts as illustrated in the memo on item number 14 for the fiscal year 26-27 to expire on August 31st, 2027.
Also move.
No second.
Motion been made and seconded to reemploy the Vice President and Chief of Staff on the material submitted to the committee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Looks like we got that one covered. I'd like to congratulate our two board members on their reelection without opposition. Then I would like to ask for,
How much are we saving?
I would like to request that the board close the meeting in honor of Mary Sandoval, the mother of Derek Sandoval.
absolutely. Do we need a motion or just
Yes, a motion to adjourn.
motion to close the meeting in memory of Ms. Sandoval? Motion's been made, seconded.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to close the meeting in honor of Mrs. Sandoval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Do I need any motion to adjourn?
That's it. We're good.
I move it down.
Thank you.
Aye.
Appreciate everybody being here.
7:40.